In the Simpsons episode, The Mysterious Voyage of Homer, there is a very good example of the art style known as Surrealism. In Week 9, Lecture 3, Surrealism is defined as unnerving, illogical scenes and developed techniques to allow the unconscious mind to express itself. This is demonstrated during Homer's hallucination scene in the episode. While the style of The Simpsons is already a very surreal and satirical look at the normal TV sitcom family, this scene takes it a step further into a surreal world. In the beginning of the clip, we see Homer in front of the sky, which is changing from a cartoon background to a realistic orange sky with clouds passing by. Homer's physical appearance twists and turns as well to demonstrate the altered passage of time and his pepper-induced insanity. The scene changes and we are met with darker colors like deep purples and burnt oranges instead of the normal vibrant blues, yellows, and reds. These colors demonstrate the pepper that Homer ate and that the reaction to the heat is still going on. A giant multicolored butterfly passes by and Homer gets scared. This is like an introduction to what is about to come in this surreal look into Homer's psyche. As Homer looks around this new world, he moves like he is made of liquid, his face fluidly moving. This symbolizes his shift in perception between the real world and his subconscious state. When we see Homer looking in his reflection in a black pond, his reflection transforms into a snake. This demonstrates the principle in the surrealist art where creatures are created from everyday objects. As Homer walks away, he starts messing with the sun, making it go up and down, until he continues the pattern of the same motion, causing it to go crazy and shatter.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Note to self. Stop.
And we go back into the normal style of the show. In contrast, this seems dull after seeing the surreal world Homer was in, where there are blocky clouds and cactuses, bodies of water turning into snakes, giant butterflies, and breaking the sun. However, it is very nice contrast grounding us back into quote-unquote reality and letting us reflect on what we just saw. As the next hallucination starts to begin, we see the colors change from a hot, fierce red and orange to a cool and calm blue and purple, which means the insanity pepper's heat is dying down. As Homer is putting down rocks, he confuses a rock with a tortoise that is leaving a message for him, stating, "Follow the tortoise." And as Homer says "dough," a cloud pops up with words on it. This indicates Homer is in a super reality state where spoken words become real and fantasy at the same time, seemingly converging with the two realities into one. When he kicks the tortoise, he runs to where it landed, and his running is very slow, but the background is moving very fast. The discrepancy in pace demonstrates the illogical scenes that are seen in this type of art style. The logical part would be Homer running fast like normal, whereas the illogical part is him moving slower than the background. As he gets to the tortoise, he gets to a pyramid-type structure. The look of the pyramid is small at first, but as Homer is going to walk up the pyramid, it starts growing. As we go back to the rest of the family once again, the scene feels more like it's based in quote-unquote real life, and not surreal despite how there is not much really going on. We can still see Marge is mad at Homer. As Homer is climbing the pyramid, we get a detailed look and it looks like it's been ripped straight from a Looney Tunes Wile E. Coyote short. When Homer gets to the top of the pyramid, he sees Marge, but you really can't tell which way she's facing, which signifies that Homer doesn't know what Marge's true emotion is at that moment. As he knows, he went through his promise to Marge not drinking a single drop of beer, but Marge does not know that yet. Homer then runs around the Marge, and we are shown that this Marge has no front, back, face, or emotion. The hallucination of the Marge disintegrates into sand. This can symbolize that the trust that Marge has for Homer is being like sand, holding itself together, or one crumble and it's all gone. Then Homer hears a voice, and then the moon moves, revealing a pupil. Saturn moves as well, distorting into another eye. Then over the purple desert, we see a coyote head. As the coyote's body appears, it first looks blocky like the cactuses and clouds we first saw when Homer's hallucination began. Then the coyote talks to Homer about having to find his soulmate. The term soulmate could mean one of two things for Homer, his love for beer or his love for Marge. Through his travels in this unconscious mind, correlating the surrealist ideals of psychological thinking at the time, the surrealism used in this scene helps us see Homer's true emotions through his deciphering between his relationship with Marge and beer. The surrealism demonstrated in The Mysterious Voyage of Homer combines reality and subconsciousness through its unnerving transitions, altered perceptions, and dreamlike landscapes, with the first part of the scene showing us possibly how his love for beer can take him to a surreal world with giant butterflies, water-changing snakes, and everything moving fluidly. But as the hallucination continues, we see how his love for Marge is more grounded in reality with little bits of that surreal feeling still being held within it.